In this video, we're going to be looking at some bad news regarding Alexa Bliss and her WWE status literally 2 months after she returned at the Royal Rumble. She had a 2-year hiatus, y'all. First, she took time off due to storyline with Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy. Then she got pregnant, gave birth, and then had to recover and then get back into in-ring shape. She's worked a handful of matches since then. Actually, there's only been 3 matches. Think about it. She worked the Royal Rumble, she worked an Elimination Chamber qualifying match on SmackDown, and then worked the Women's Elimination Chamber match. Now, she did not win the Royal Rumble. That's fine. She didn't win the Elimination Chamber. That's also fine. She did win an Elimination qualifying match, so at least she's 1-2 on the books. But Alexa Bliss is really starting to concern me, because now we have another instance where her status is in doubt. Now, by now, you've probably heard the news that Alexa Bliss has been pulled from the upcoming WWE World on WrestleMania weekend. Fanatics announced that news on March 18th. Now, she had been scheduled for the convention after her return in WWE. And as of now, Fanatics has not provided a reason as to why Alexa Bliss has been removed from the conventional lineup. Steve Austin was recently announced as one of the guests for it, but not Alexa Bliss. She recently posted on Twitter a gif of friends saying that she's assuring us that she's fine and A-okay. Now, keep in mind that this comes after a report by WrestleVotes, which talked about how she was initially slated for WrestleMania. You might ask, well, what would WWE do with Alexa Bliss at WrestleMania? All the top-tier stars are booked. They're lined up. They're slated for something. Charlotte Flair, Tiffany Stratton, Women's Championship. Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Women's World Championship. Bayley's still in the mix. I pitched that, but I don't think WWE's going with that. In fact, I don't even know if Alexa Bliss is going to be at WrestleMania. While WrestleVotes had previously reported that Alexa Bliss was going to be doing some type of angle with the Wyatt Six, which has also just absolutely disappeared from the planet we call Earth, well, Alexa Bliss, I don't think is going to be at WrestleMania this year. That's a shame, considering that Alexa Bliss just returned, and she's one of WWE's, in my opinion, most underrated stars. She's a loyal fan base, a supportive fan base, and a fan base in which will literally travel with her to the ends of the earth. That's why WWE brought back Alexa Bliss. That is why WWE gave in to her demands in regards to a contract. Keep in mind that before she returned in January, or what was it, early February, I guess it was, in Royal Rumble time, what was it? Well, reportedly, Alexa Bliss and her agent felt that she was obligated to get a new contract, not only because WWE was going to add time to her old contract due to time missed, it's 2 years, but also they felt like the pay rate was a little bit below their standard. And so whether or not she got the pay raise, whether or not they met in the middle, regardless, Alexa Bliss got a new deal. However you want to structure it, it's a new deal. It's a little bit weird. It's a little bit concerning. If you're an Alexa Bliss fan and you're looking at the situation, she's only returned a few months ago, if not a month ago, right? She's only worked a handful of matches and now she's disappeared yet again. And now she's not even being brought in to WrestleMania. Now keep in mind that I want to preference this. While she may not be appearing at WWE World, that doesn't necessarily guarantee that she's not going to be at WrestleMania. Now, by the time you hear this video, there may be a new report come out. I hope that there is. I hope that there's a report stating, hey, she's not going to be at WWE World, which is a convention appearance from April 17th through the 21st at the Las Vegas Convention Center West Hall. She is going to be brought into town for WrestleMania, the biggest event of the year for WWE. Think of, and keep in mind on this, like WWE, they have a lot of events going on during WrestleMania weekend. You have Raw, you have SmackDown, you have NXT, you have Stand and Deliver, you have 2 nights of WrestleMania, and you have the Hall of Fame, in addition to the World. Now, we're going to do some comedy roast event with Tony Hinchcliffe. Yay. At the end of the day, Alexa Bliss is someone in which I think WWE is not going to just put on the sidelines, but there is obviously something going on. Now, keep in mind that ever since Alexa Bliss returned rumors, returned reports, if you will, it's always been kind of scattered, often pivoting, changing, and opting to do something else. Keep in mind that in December, it was reported that Alexa Bliss would be returning at the Royal Rumble. They just needed to lock down a new deal. And then it was reported literally the week of, and even the day of, that, hey, Alexa Bliss and WWE, they are very far apart from reaching an agreement for a new deal. And to the point where no one in WWE anticipated Alexa Bliss even returning, appearing at the Royal Rumble. They really thought, well, we're just going to kick this can down the road and see when Alexa Bliss will finally make her return. Literally an hour before Royal Rumble started, Mike Johnson of PW Insider comes out with a report saying, hey, not only is Alexa Bliss in the building and she's going to appear at the Royal Rumble, but she's also signed a new contract with WWE. Then coming out of the Royal Rumble, everyone's exciting, okay. She was on Monday Night Raw beforehand. And let me back up a little bit further. So when there was the return reports in December, early January, it was reported that, hey, look, she's going to be returning with the Wyatt Six. She's going to be doing a program with them. That's the direction that they're going. And then when it was determined, hey, Alexa Bliss is not returning at the Royal Rumble, they have not reached a new agreement, they moved the Wyatt Six from Raw to SmackDown. Now, coming out of the Royal Rumble, anticipation was, well, if they've already dropped plans with her and Wyatt Six, no reason to go to SmackDown. She'll stay on Monday Night Raw. Well, that didn't happen either, right? She went to SmackDown, yet she was not featured or a part of with the Wyatt Six, although WWE did air cryptic video packages or cryptic post or whatever you want to say, graphics, I guess, during Alexa Bliss matches, segments, entrances, whatever the case may be, indicating, hey, her history with Wyatt Six, it's not history, it's current, and they're going in that direction. So, like, you look at the timeline of all this, it's very, very clear that there is not a clear-cut direction for Alexa Bliss and WWE storylines. That's a shame. It's a shame that that's the case. It's a shame that they don't have concrete plans for her, considering her status on the card. And I think you also have to wonder, like, okay, there's been such ups and downs and rocks and roads getting to this point, getting to the last quarter or so, the last 3-4 months, and now look into 2025 and all of the ups and all of the downs and all of the roads in which this woman has had to travel and had to gone through. And it's like, is this sustainable? Is this something that's going to last? Like, we don't know. We don't know. I'm very curious whether or not Alexa Bliss is going to be used as a consistent star on television, because there is so much talent out there in WWE land that it makes you wonder. It makes you question, and it makes you really think, all right, is WWE doing a disservice to this woman? Is she not cooperating? Is she playing hardball? Like, what is the issue? Let me know down in the comments area below. What do you guys think about Alexa Bliss and her WWE